Okay, good morning, everybody. This is Phil Evans. I'm the Managing Director of Salon Guru, and I'm just going to turn my screen share off so that I'll introduce you to myself and Sarah. 1 second while I turn my screen on. And stop my screen share. There we go. Sometimes it takes a minute for the video to catch up. Let me start this video. Here we go. Good. I'm here. And Sarah, good morning.
Good morning. Hello, everybody. I'm the Client Director at Salon Guru. Welcome.
And I'm Phil Evans, the Managing Director. So we've got about 200 salon owners registered for today's event. Some of those perhaps will be watching it on catch up later. So the main aim of today is to give you our experience, our knowledge based on many years of working with salons. Looks like my video's sticking a little bit. Right, so I'm going to go straight to some screens that I've prepared and that go into a lot of detail for examples from clients. We've been doing this for many years across many clients. So I'll start my screen presentation now. At certain points, Sarah and I will come back to the screen to give me a chance to answer any questions you've asked. So at the bottom of your screen, down the bottom here, I'm pointing, there is a chat box. If you ask your questions in there, Sarah will gather those questions and I'll give you some answers at certain breaks during this. There's no need to make notes. We're going to be sending an email with a checklist and a recording of this video. So just sit back and hopefully enjoy. Right, let's switch over to my presentation. So I think the starting point is what today's about, and it'll last about 45 minutes. Feel free to, as I said, ask questions in chat as we progress. And the first half of the chat today will be about examples of the best online marketing. We've been doing this for over 20 years. We look after 230 odd salons around the world. So, we've seen what works really well. So I'm going to be showing some examples of some of the best online marketing in the first half. And for some of our clients, that'll be revisiting what we've told you many, many times. But I always think revisiting some of the key principles is always really important. And then in part two, I'm going to move on to something called the new client engine, which we've been working on for some months and is now running at a number of salons. So first of all, who are we? Who are Salon Guru? And what gives us this knowledge and experience? We are a team of 20 people working from the UK and across Europe and also in the US. We have people based in all those locations. We only work in the salon industry, so we don't work for any other kinds of industry, which gives us, I think, a real insight into how the industry works. We've got about 230 salon and clinic clients because we cover hair salons, beauty salons, aesthetic clinics, hair training colleges, kind of all related, but primarily it's about salons. And we've got clients all over the UK, all over Ireland, US, Australia, Canada, New Zealand, Malta, Dubai, many, many different locations. Wherever they speak English, we have salon clients. And our primary offering is salon websites, because for us, a website is the cornerstone of everything we do. And then beyond that, we move into local search engine optimization. And we're going to cover all of this morning. Google profiles, Google Maps, social media advertising, Facebook and Instagram, social media posting, blog writing, client emails. So there's a lot included in what we offer our clients, but it all starts with the website and being number one on local search. So let's take this a little bit further. There's some of our clients in the UK and Ireland. If you go to our website, there's a client tab. You can click and see this map, and it's fully interactive. So you can see who's near you, go and have a look at all their websites. And then these are the clients in America. So you can see we've got a really broad spread of clients of all kinds in all areas. Now today we're focusing on our knowledge, what brings new clients to salons in the best way. So before I go off and show you how we do that, I want to kind of reiterate the importance of certain things when we're trying to attract new clients. So I've chosen 3 of our clients almost at random because I could do this for almost any of the 230. So let's start with this one, Anthony for Hair in Bury. So what I'm going to show you is, this is live, so I'm logging into their Google Analytics. Google Analytics is a free tool that we use for all of our sites that shows us where traffic comes from that goes to the website and what people do on the website. So it's a key tool for knowing how your website and your digital marketing is performing. So this is Anthony for here. It's for a month, and they've got 1,800 sessions is people, visitors, 1,800 visitors in the month in Bury. And here's the important thing I want to talk about first, where the traffic comes from. So of those 1,800 people that came to their website, about 50% came from Google organic search. Now that means people finding your website and visiting it. So 50% of all their traffic is coming from Google search. Other is Google business profiles. I'll show you a bit more about this in a minute. So combined, Google is accounting for 84% of this client in Bury. 84% of their traffic is coming the two routes that Google provide, Google website, Google profiles. So I'm going to cover those two first in a minute, but I just wanted to show you the kind of typical breakdown, which is probably similar to most salons where they've been working on their digital marketing. If you've got really poor SEO, if your website ranks really badly, you're probably nowhere near 50%, or your total is nowhere near 1,800.
Bill, can I interrupt a moment there?
Yeah.
Sorry. Should we be able to see the Google Analytics page, because we're stuck on the
sorry. Yes,
page.
Good job you're here. So I need to change the screen share. Sorry, let me just do that. Let's change that. Keep an eye on that and make sure it doesn't. I don't do it again, please, Sarah. There we go. Can you see that now?
Yeah.
Yeah, good. Sorry, so I'll quickly reiterate. So there's the 50% that's coming in from Google organic, the websites. And there's the 34% that's coming in from the Google business profile. So for this client in Bury in Manchester, 84% of all of their traffic is coming from Google. And that's this 1,800 here. These are the number of sessions in the month. So Google is 84%. It's enormously important. And I'm going to revisit both those in a minute. And then third in the list, direct, are people who've got the website link. And that's primarily people who are following a link in an email. So if you're sending out client emails regularly, this is how they'll appear in your Google Analytics, a direct click on a link. And then there's other things like referrals, social media coming in, socials coming in at 1%, referrals 1%. So, but I want to focus there on the primary ways you can attract new clients to your business. And this is based on experience. So that was Anthony the Hair in Bury. So let me go back and do another one. I'm going to swap to Monaco Hair Salon in Tampa.
While you do that, Phil, a couple of you are appearing on video there. You might want to mute yourselves, or you might want to turn your videos off. It's entirely up to you. But
I can do that here.
Yeah. Sorry. Bye, guys. Stay with us, though.
Yeah. Right. So this is a different client. This is Monaco Salon in Tampa, in Florida. They've been with us about 12 years. So again, this is a highly optimized website that performs incredibly well on Google. So 56% of their traffic is coming from the organic website results. And for them, that was 6,000 people in a month. So Monaco Salon in Tampa are getting 6,000 people a month to their website. And 56% of them are coming from their website's organic search, which I'm going to delve into. But I just want to show you the pie chart. What's most important? Google first, and again, Google second. The Google business profile, the Google listing, which I'm going to go into in a minute, 21%. So again, hitting the 80% across the two parts of Google, and then 15% from the direct, which is emails. And then the third example, Avant-Garde in Worcester. And again, I could use any of our clients, but I'm going to use these three. Let me just close two of the others. Avant-Garde in Worcester, they've got 3 salons, Hereford, Worcester, and a new one, I think, in Chippenham, outside Chippenham. And their organic search this time is 33%, and a very strong Google business profile at 27%. So again, we're looking at a really high Google share of about 60%, followed by their emails. Now their social is much higher because I'm running a social Facebook and Instagram advertising campaign at the moment for their new salon that they've opened. So that's why their social percent is higher than perhaps it is for many of our other clients. So that was, let me switch back to the other screen. Let me just get my screenshot. That was explaining the importance of Google in the people that visit your website. Google is 1 and 2, and it's probably about 80% of those numbers. So it's where I'm going to start. I'm going to focus on those first and second examples to start with, Google Organic and Google Business Profiles. Sarah, any questions you want to jump in with, or we're good? You're muted, Sarah, so.
No questions at the moment. One thing that sprung to mind is you talk about Google a lot. What about other search engines like Bing or?
Google's about 92% of search traffic. So although you could worry about Bing, if you were 100% perfect on Google, then you could focus on Bing. But even our clients, and we work a lot on Google search, you know, there's always room for improvement on what produces the 92%. So I wouldn't worry about Yahoo, Bing, GoDaddy, or any of the others that are. If you focus on Google, you're dealing with 90% of the potential. So I'm now going to look at those first two examples, Google Organic and Google Business Profiles, and explain more, because for some of you, it won't be clear yet. So I'm going to take 3 examples. This is a search for best salon Liverpool. Just make sure that opens. Oh, 1 second, let me go back. That jumped for some reason. Let me just go back to where it should go. So we're going to take our examples. Clicked on the wrong part and I clicked on the box. Here we go. So let's go back to, this is going, that's going forwards, not backwards. Don't you love it when technology doesn't do what you want it to do? 1 sec, let me get back to my slides. Let me stop screen sharing. Bear with me 1 moment. I'm going to share my screen again.
It's worth the wait, everybody.
Oh, you just know. I've practiced this so many times over the weekend, and you can guarantee that on the day it will do something completely different that it doesn't do. So here we are. So I'm going to use these examples. Let me do this. I'm going to use the example of best salon Liverpool, which I know is Voodoo. So this is a Google search. You can see here. Change my screen share again. 1 second. Here we go. So this is a search for best salon Liverpool. This is a Google search. You can do this on your mobile phone. You can do this on your PC. Search for something. Search in your area. So this example, I'm using Liverpool. Wherever you're based, whether you're in London or Bristol or Edinburgh or in Boston or in Sydney, wherever you are, use this, do this kind of search. It's one of the key takeaways from today. So I'm searching for best salon Liverpool, and this is what Google presents to us. Now, this is what used to be called the map pack. Then it was called the Google Business Listing, then the Google Local Pack. It's now called the Google Business Profiles. So there's Voodoo, number 3 there, and they're on this map. So this map shows the first 3 results using the map pack or the Google Business Listings for best salon Liverpool. So that's the Google Business Profile. And on those examples that I showed the pie chart, that's about 30% of your total traffic to your website is going to come from this if it's well optimized. So let's put that to one side for a moment. We're going to come back to this, the Google Business Profiles, the map pack. Let's scroll down and look at what's called the organic results. This is where your website appears in searches. And for this search, best salon Liverpool, we get Treatwell at number 1, which is often the case. You'll get a listing site, and the first salon is Voodoo. And this is the organic Google business, the organic search result. This is websites appearing in search, and this accounts for normally 50, 60, 70% of your web traffic if it's well optimized, if your website appears at the top for these searches. So this was for best salon Liverpool. Let me go back to a different search now. Let me go back to, this one's the Salon Gloucester. Salon Gloucester, again, map at the top. Fringe benefits are number 1, which is our client. I'll come back to the profile later. This is the organic results. Number 1 is love the salon. Number 2, our client fringe benefits. So this again is how Google presents information to your potential clients. Google Map Pack, which we're going to visit, and Google Organic Listing, which is your website. And I'll do one more example. Just bear with me while I get the 3rd example up, which is hair extension salon in Tampa. We've got a lot of clients in America, but I'm going to use this one. They've been with us about 14 years. So it's a really well optimized website. So they come up number 1 in the website searches for the phrase hair extension salon Tampa. And that accounts for an enormous number of I think it's 11,000 visits a month they get to their website. But they're also #1 on the Google business profile, which we're going to visit in a minute. So let's go back to my slides again. And let's change my screen share so you can see this time. Here we go. So we've done these 3 different searches on Google. You can do any search. You can do balayage prices or lip filler prices or Botox expert, whatever the search that's relevant to you, do it for your town or area and see the kind of results you get. #1 will be the Google business profiles at the top with the map. #2 will be the organic results. So any questions on that, Sarah, before I take a deeper dive into both of those?
Yeah, no questions really. And I think you're probably going to answer this, but people I think will want to know, how do they get to #1 and how do they get on that map pack?
Yeah, okay. I'm going to go into both of those now separately, because what I wanted to first do is show you the importance of each of these things. It's no good me just sitting in and showing you how to do something unless I first persuaded you it's really important that you should do this. If this can produce thousands of visitors a month and the #1 thing is Google search and the first part of that is your website, then let's delve into that and look at how do you get your website to #1 on Google search. So this is the website or organic traffic. So it's the one that comes after the map pack, and it typically accounts for a well-optimized website. It'll be between 50 and 70% of all your traffic and clients. So it's an enormous number of incoming potential clients to your website when it's done well. And the aim is to totally dominate Google search. We want your salon, your business, to always appear at the top or in the top 3 for all of the phrases. So go and try that for yourself. And also on our website, we offer a free Google rank report to anybody. If you want to see how well your website performs for about 80 or 100 phrases, you want our website, ask for a free Google rank report and we'll send it to you. It shows you where your website sits, because our aim is to dominate. We want to be #1, 2, or 3 for everything. And the way we're going to do that is through content. I'm going to show you that in a minute. So the pages, the posts, the things that are on your website is what gets you to #1, as well as your speed. Have a look at how quickly your website loads, particularly on a mobile phone. Ideally, you want it to be less than 3 seconds. For some sites, it's 20 plus, and that's just a big no-no to Google. You won't get a good Google rank position for all your phrases unless your website loads quickly. And also reviews. Get a lot of reviews and Google reviews. Absolutely key, but I'm going to revisit that in a minute anyway. So the idea is to dominate Google search through content. And here's an example. This is Monaco in Tampa. 209 phrases at #1 on Google search. 55% of all their traffic is coming from organic search, and that was 11,000 visitors in both August and September. So an enormously busy website with an enormous share coming from organic search, because they just completely dominate Google. And they've been with us, I say, about 14 years. They came to us as a small single location salon, and they've now got 2 beautiful locations in Tampa. Go and have a look at their website, Monaco. So that's an example of domination. But they're not the only one. I could have almost picked these at random from all of our clients, because this is what a website should do. It needs to sit at the top of Google to get lots and lots of clicks and lots of potential clients. So here's some other examples. Simone Thomas in Bournemouth, 199 at #1 on Google. Shine in London, it's a highly competitive area, 127 phrases at #1. Glow in Denver, again, Heather, the owner at Glow, came to me as a chair renter 15 years ago. She now has $1 million turnover plus salon in Denver, and they've grown that through the kind of marketing we're talking about today. Being #1 on Google search is absolutely key. And then another example, Salon Langley Park is up in Durham, Gavin Ashley and Bury St Edmunds. You can see these are enormous numbers of phrases at #1 on Google. In Ireland, Bellissima and Galway and Limerick, and then Westwood Style in Scotland. And I could have picked any. This is domination on Google.
We have a question actually, Phil, which fits in nicely there. So Mickey has asked, he says, I have a salon in a village in Oxfordshire, 30 minutes from the nearest city. Is there any point in being the top of the search for best barber Oxfordshire? How far would a client typically travel for a haircut?
You'll know your clients better than I do. So you'll know that answer, but it'll vary on the kind of business you have. A barber, probably less distance than perhaps an aesthetic clinic that's offering a high value service like fat freezing. Somebody traveling for hair color, I don't know, 10 miles, but again, it depends on the area. 10 miles in London, absolutely no way. 10 miles, 15 miles, possibly even 20 in Oxfordshire, quite possibly. So you need to make sure you look at results that are relevant to you. So look at how close you start searching on your mobile phone. When you're out on the car on a Sunday and you're 10 miles from your salon, search for yourself, search for best balayage or best barber. See where you're appearing on mobiles some distance from your salon, or get a Google rank report from us on the website. It's free. So we've talked about this domination of Google search. I'm going to show you some actual examples of the kind of things we do. But if you really want to see what we do, go on our website. There are 220 odd Salon client websites you can click on, go and study them in detail, and you'll see content. This word at the top, content is everything. The way we dominate Google is by having an excellent page on the website about whatever that client is searching for. So let's have a look at this thing called Casey. This is for a client of ours, Mirabella, who are they in Bury St Edmunds or Chelmsford or Chelmsford? Okay. So this is a service called Casey, non-surgical facelifts. And this is a really great page. It opens quite strong. It's got some really good bullet points at the top. It's got relevant pictures and videos, a lot of information, and not just about Casey, but about the things that it treats. So eye revive, jowl lift, because we want anybody within the area that searches for Casey or jowl lift or wrinkles. This page is probably the most informative of any within miles and miles, including a really detailed frequently asked questions at the bottom. This is what persuades Google. This is a really good page. A lot of questions and answers, a lot of information, a lot of authority. This will easily earn this client #1 on Google for probably a 15-mile radius or more, depending obviously what the competition is like. But this is what we do. We deliver really high value, high content pages. So let me go back to another example. Here we go. It's swapping with me now, which is good. Hair extensions. And is this going to be, oh, I thought it was going to be Monaco in Tampa, but it's not. It's Hair Creations in Dublin. This is a great page about hair extensions. Lots of information. How are they applied? How long they last? A really good video. This is, again, the kind of thing that will get this client to #1 for hair extensions in Dublin. And we do it over and over and over again for all of our clients, whatever services, whether it's nano keratin smoothing or keratin treatments or hair extensions or Botox and dermal fillers and eyelash extensions and the whole range of services that our current customers provide. The key is a really good informative page. Let's go back and have a look at one more. This is a balayage page. So how do you make a balayage page really informative? And well, this client, Gusto, they're in 3 really competitive areas. I think they're in Covent Garden, Soho, Oxford Street and Covent Garden, London. Really, really competitive. And yet again, we're able to dominate Google search with a really good page all about balayage. It's informative. How long it needs, how long time it takes, how long it lasts, the maintenance of it, some really good pictures, the difference in balayage and ombre, the different colors of balayage that are possible. And then at the bottom, some really good FAQs. FAQs are a real favorite of Google at the moment. They love websites and web pages that appear to be helping clients find an answer. And all of these things, we're trying to persuade Google, we have authority, we know what we're talking about. Can we please have the #1 spot for a search? Balayage price, balayage examples, balayage before and after, balayage experts, balayage London, brown balayage, blonde balayage, the list goes on forever. You know, and this is the aim, to be totally dominant for a set of phrases, but with a really good page that customers will like too. So this page looks good and it's informative and it's full of all the things that customers need. Because remember, you've got 2 parts to this. You're trying to persuade Google to give you the top spot, but you're also trying to persuade that potential visitor who follows the link and comes to your website that they want to make an appointment. So make sure it's a really good sales page. It gives the kind of information that's going to persuade a customer to visit you. So those were the 3 examples of the organic search. And as a reminder, this is why it's important. About 50 to 70% of all your traffic and potential clients is going to be coming from organic search. So know your search rank, and that should be for a wide range of phrases. So if you do offer hair smoothing, it'll be keratin treatment, hair smoothing, frizzy hair treatments. Think of all the phrases that clients use and try those on your computer or your mobile phone, and do things like near me, best salon near me, or best salon Worcester, wherever you're based. So use your town name, but occasionally just use near me. See where you're coming up and get a Google rank report from us. So know your search rank. Then plan your changes and additions. If you're not ranking for, let's say, balayage, do you even have a balayage page? Because if you don't, you're not going to rank for it. You've got to have the content for Google to give you the top spot. And that content wants structuring. Go and look on our website, see how we do it. Check your website load speed. There are lots of tools on the internet for you to do this. If it's anything more than 5, you're in trouble. If it's more than 15, you're in real trouble. And I've seen some terrible, terrible slow websites that not only will Google not like, your potential clients will hate it. I give up. I'm sure you do too. If you open something on your mobile phone and it takes more than about 5 seconds to open, we just go away. And get reviews. Get reviews is a really important part of all of your online marketing. And I'll keep mentioning it on the next section again. Reviews are really important. And a reminder that I'm going to send you an action plan. So you don't need to make notes on all of this. I'm going to send you an action plan for each part of this. It may not come out tomorrow. I'm going to take a couple of days to make sure that everything that you want and need is in there, but we'll be sending an action plan for each part of this. So that's the end of Google organic search, the website. So back to Sarah. Sarah, shall I put you on screen? Shall I put us on screen?
Yeah, we do. We have a question. Thank you, Ola, for your question. She says, I have a waxing salon in Rochester, in Kent. She's already #1 on Google, probably by organic means. So what else should she be doing? Does she need to do anything else?
Sorry again, Silica, what services is she #1 for?
Waxing in Rochester, Kent.
Is that all that she offers? If all she offers is for waxing, did you say no?
Don't know at the moment. See if Ola puts anything
if all
in.
you do is waxing, then your SEO is quite straightforward. Your website is going to talk about one thing, which is relatively straightforward. Most salons don't. They've got a wide range of services. If you're a hair salon, you could be doing gents and colour and perming and smoothing and hair extensions and hair loss and trichology. So most salons have got a broad range of services. So your range of phrases you want to check is going to be broad as well. But if you're a simple single service salon like waxing, then yeah, waxing, hair removal. Have a look what other websites that are competing with you. See what they talk about. Right, so is that it? So let's go back to the slide presentations. So that was the first part of Google, the organic, the thing that appeared beneath the map on that example I showed you, approximately 50, 60% of your search. The next one is your Google Business Profile or Map Pack. Now, this is something that most salons overlook. In fact, many of our clients have overlooked it over the years, but it's becoming increasingly important because Google wants it to be. And it's Google's machine and it's Google's piece of software, so what Google wants, Google gets. So it didn't used to be the case that you had a big map and 3 businesses right at the top of search, but it's the case now that Google are pushing to try and give people the answers on the search results. So you don't need to go and visit the website, Salon open on a Sunday, and you'll get a map, you'll get recommendations, and it's trying to keep people on Google. It doesn't really want you to go and visit other websites. So Google Business Profiles, the map pack, has become increasingly important and will carry on so. It's likely to be, when it's well optimized, which many of our clients now are, or are on the path to be optimized, up to 35% of your traffic, and your traffic is also your potential clients. So if you could double your performance of your Google Business Profile, you could have a really big effect on the number of potential new clients coming to your website. But make sure it's a good website. Make sure it's a fast website. So all of these things tied together, your Google Business Profile should really be sending a lot of people to your website. Because I don't know if you're like me when you're searching for something. If I'm looking for a restaurant, I might type, local Indian restaurant or Nepalese restaurant, and I'll get the map and I might look at a couple. but often it doesn't tell me very much. So I'll often go and look at their website, and I'll go and look at their menu. I'll possibly look at, some reviews. So all of these things tied together. So having a really strong Google business profile will send a lot of traffic to your website. Make sure your website is up to the job. So here's the things that we do now. When a client comes to us and says, I want my Google business profile optimized, and you'll have a profile for each of your locations. So if you've got multiple salons, you'll have a profile for each of them. So your Google business profile, the very first thing we do is this initial audit. Make sure everything's right. Make sure, first of all, you've claimed your listing, which most people do, but some then lose the passwords and we have to go through the whole process again. Get ownership of your location listing. And then we check the name, address, the phone, the postcode, all the details that identify it's your business and is linked to your website properly with your book online and your website address. Check your location is in absolutely the right place. You don't want to be sending people 100 meters down the road. Check things like your opening hours, your services, and your service descriptions. This is really important because if people are searching for things like best balayage salon near me, the services need to say that you do balayage, and your services that say you do balayage need to be better than the other salon. So there's ways to make the service descriptions more optimized to make sure you appear in the top 3, not at number 5 or 16. So all of these details on the left-hand side are the things that we first check and optimize in the first month. And then afterwards, weekly TLC. And what I mean by that is Google doesn't want you to go in once and then forget about your profile. It wants to see a profile that's constantly being massaged, manipulated, improved. TLC, a bit of tender loving care. So you want your Google business profile to have messages from clients that are answered. How many of you answer your messages? How many respond to your reviews? Even good reviews, say thank you. And get more reviews. There's lots of ways to get Google reviews. We often will show our clients various ways to get more and more reviews because they're very positive, and deal with negatives. You'll all get negative reviews from time to time. Unless it's an ex-member of staff and you can prove it and get Google to remove it, they will sit there. And sometimes an angry person will write more words than a happy person, so it could sit there at the top for a long time. So have a plan to get more reviews and to get some really good reviews. Get some really happy clients that that know you well, to leave a review and a photograph while they're in the salon, because that's geolocated in your salon, so has extra value, has a picture, which is even more value, and get them to write as many words as possible. So overpower your negative with positive reviews. And we add regular weekly photos, videos, offers, news, because we treat a Google business profile almost like a Facebook profile with constant little tweaks of updates and a bit of TLC. And we also keep testing the search phrases. So if you're number 6 for best salon Birmingham, we keep checking that, and then we can tell you of the progress when you get to number 3, number 2, number 1, and we do it for a whole range of services. So we record your position and test changes and show you the improvement. And here's some examples. Again, 3 clients. Peter Goddard's been with us about 9 months, I think. So we've not been working on his profile that long in Huddersfield. Look at the enormous changes already. His profile on Google has been viewed. It's 21,000 more between the 3 months of June and September this year and last year. 21,000 people more have seen his profile. That's up 191%, generating 70% more website visits. These kind of numbers are typical, and I think it's often being overlooked by most salon owners. Have a plan for your Google business profile. Give it time, give it money, give everyone whatever it needs to have an ongoing plan. But get the numbers, know where you are, know what your traffic is, so that you can measure your own improvements 2 months, 3 months, 6 months in, and plan to do it for the whole year. Don't just do a short effort on Google business profile and leave it. It needs to be an ongoing campaign. And again, there will be an action plan on its way. So any questions, Sarah?
No questions there. I was just going to ask about if you have lots of phrases at number 1 on Google, will that automatically mean that you're on the Google business on the map pack?
The 2 things aren't tied together. Your website, which is your organic listing, where your website appears on Google search, isn't isn't closely tied to your Google business profile. Your profile is a different thing. It's a profile on Google. However, Google recognizes a strong website and the reviews on it and the business it generates. So it will help improve your Google business profile if you've got a strong website that's generating reviews, and vice versa. The two are interlinked, but not totally connected. So that's the first two parts of that pie diagram. The two most important parts of traffic to your website should be your Google traffic from your website, your organic listing, and your Google traffic from your profile, your Google business profile or map pack. That should account for 70, 75, 80% of all of your potential traffic and potential clients. So deal with those first, deal with things in the right order. But then there are other things. The next thing in the pie chart was emails, and that probably surprises most people, but we do them really well. These are numbers from our clients. So we send every week hundreds of thousands of emails on behalf of clients, really well written, really beautiful looking, with really good calls to action. Great open rates. I mean, 53% for collections in Weybridge. The Boar are in Malta. Yeah, we're in Malta. Looking at Sarah. Sarah looks after Babor. So Babor in Malta and Simone Thomas in Bournemouth, all with excellent open rates. And I'll click through to one of these. Here's the actual.
Babor's in Cyprus, Limassol.
Sorry, yes, not Malta, Cyprus. Here's the actual email that we sent for collections. Beautiful looking, enticing, clicks to action, and we do this every month for nearly all of our clients. Everybody will have these planned. So don't forget emails. It's it's an old, people think it's an old-fashioned way of reaching clients, but it works. It works really well. Let's keep going. So the next one after Google 1 and 2 and emails were Facebook and Instagram, particularly Facebook and Instagram advertising. Now, I'm not going to spend ages on this because it would eat all the rest of the webinar, and I've got something else really important to show people. But these are examples of the Facebook and Instagram campaigns we run. Our website is full of these examples and also instructions. If you want to know how to run a Facebook or Instagram campaign, one that works, either go and read on our website or book a call with me. I like talking to people. I spend my life talking to salons. I've been doing it for 20 years. So I've got a lot of experience in saying, well, this is what we've done for somebody that I know worked really well. Whether it's recruitment, which is a nightmare for everybody, but there are ways that do work eventually. Whether it's recruitment or new client campaigns or a high value service like extensions, there are ways to run really effective campaigns on Facebook and Instagram. Voodoo in Liverpool is one I talk about a lot because I've been doing it a long time. We've been running that campaign for many years. We've won Best Salon Marketing in the UK a number of times with that campaign, and they did last time I checked the number, £6,000 in 1 week at one salon with this new client campaign. So it's a really, really effective way of reaching potential new people, not social media posting, because I think although that has some value and all salons should have a good Facebook and Instagram page, the real value comes when you reach out beyond the people who follow you to potential clients using an advert, carefully targeted. So for Voodoo Liverpool, I run 2 age-based campaigns, so an under 30 and a 30 over, so that the pictures and videos are age-related and have the right kind of color work, with a really strong offer. They offer 50% off their color, but with a full price cut and finish. And that's the kind of income they've been producing now for many years, about £6,000 a week. Monaco in Tampa, I run a number of campaigns for hair extensions, and we target their high value zip codes, as they call them, postcodes. So we target the most affluent areas around Tampa because their extensions start at $1,000 minimum. So we target the most affluent areas with really great videos. And then Johnson Blythe, who are in Hartford, they've got a new client offer, and we don't spend much on that. Occasionally, we spend nothing at all. I'm just showing you there, July through to September, we spent nothing on adverts, but because the campaign was also on their website, sign up, the offer, they had 159 sign-ups over those 3 months, even though we didn't spend anything. And then when they wanted some extra clients, we just turned on the advert. We didn't spend an enormous amount. That was over 3 months, so £100 a month and we brought in that when you sign up. So use Facebook and Instagram advertising. You can either use it like voodoo and really go for it and spend a lot of money and produce a lot of income, or use it like Johnson and Blythe, have a really good offer on your website that you occasionally supplement with some promotion on Facebook and Instagram, and it works. Any more questions there? No, good. Shake of the head. So I'm going to move on to the second part from now. I'm not quite sure what time is it. What time is it, Sarah? I don't have a clock.
It is 10:45.
Right, so I need to move on quick. Right, so 4 takeaways from today. You will be getting action plans via email to your inbox for each part of this. Just give me just a bit of patience because there's a lot of them to send out, and we will cover all of the things that you need to remember. But search yourself on your mobile or for your PC for your phrases in your area, and check your Google profile where that is appearing for all of these phrases as well, not just your website. Record all the key numbers and then just keep improving and keep repeating, and get a free Google rank from our website. Right, so I'm now going to switch to something else. I'm now going to switch to the second half of my presentation today. Let me just change the screen share. I'm going to be talking now about the new client engine. Let me just move this out of the way. New client engine. We've been doing this for 20 years, and I've shown you a lot of where our effort goes. And for some time, I've been concerned that there's great ways of bringing clients to websites, but we wanted to take it to another level, and this is what the new client engine does. So I'm just going to explore. This is already running now at a number of our key clients. Now, why is that not clicking to the next screen? Why would it go to the next screen? Let's try that. Let's stop it and start it again, because there are about 15 slides. No, I'm going to do it manually. It doesn't matter. So I'll go through the slides one by one. Next slide. Bear with me 1 second while I get this working. So I move this out of the way. The new client engine is so we're trying to spend less money on adverts on social media. While I get this together, I'm going to try and present from that second screen. We're trying to spend less money. You know, we can bring a lot of people to your website if we spend a lot of money on Facebook and Instagram, and through Google search. You know, by a lot of time and investment in your Google search, we bring a lot of people to your website. So all these people are coming to your website, either from Google search or from emails that we've sent out or from social media. So your website has got this constant incoming flow of people, potential clients. So what we're now doing is we're putting them into something called audiences. On your website, on our website, we put something on from Facebook, which is called a pixel. It's a little bit of code from Facebook that lets them track people's journey through your website. So Facebook know what pages they went to, what pages they spent time on, what they did on your website. So we can put people into these audiences. So if we run a campaign or we have a really good page about hair extensions, we create an audience called hair extensions, and all of this incoming traffic and people that visit the hair extension page or pages, if you've got multiple ones, are automatically put into the audience. In other words, Facebook flags them, that person went to that website and spent time on the hair extensions page, or the new client offer page, or the hair removal page, or whatever audiences you define. So for the first few clients we've been running this, we've got, I think, 8 audiences for Hush in Birmingham, 7 for Voodoo, because they wanted to do gents perming, gents color. So keep a record of the people that came to key pages on your website by putting them into an audience. Now, we can't see who those people are. We can't see their names and emails, but Facebook knows who they are, which means we can then retarget those audiences with adverts. So people that show an interest, what I call level 1 interest in what you offer, we've done all the hard work, we've brought them to your website with emails, with Facebook, with Google SEO, but we don't forget them, we remind them. So for the next month or whatever term we decide, we remind the hair extension visitors about the hair extensions that you offer, or we remind the new client offer people about this amazing offer. So we're chasing the client. We're not just spending some money to bring them to the website and hoping we're bringing to the website and we're chasing them. But then also we have a second level of interest. If somebody comes to your website and signs up for something, a hair extensions guide, or the new client offer, or a hair removal guide, We track conversions on the pages, and this time we get their name and email and phone number. And now we have a carefully created sequence of beautiful emails, again, reminding people. So the level 1 that come to the website, the adverts, the level 2, another level of intent, and now going to see a beautiful sequence of email reminders, and it's chasing that client. We've already done the hard work of bringing them to the website, and in this case, done even more, we've got them to sign up. So for each of the audiences, we now have a sequence of lovely emails. And we've also adding it to this week, to this new client engine. This week, we're adding a sequence of text message reminders. Again, chasing the client. This doesn't cost more money. This is making better use of the people we already potentially have. So its aim is to spend less money on the adverts because we're going to be targeting these people better. So again, for each sign-up audience, we'll be sending a string of beautifully crafted text messages. We're also giving all our clients that are on this an overview, so they'll be able to track a potential client from visiting the website and signing up to getting their string of reminders, whether that's email or text. And then finally, this will be added in the next couple of weeks. It's going to link, for those of you that use Salon IQ, it will be linking to the booking system and showing the booking date and the value. So you'll know that your marketing flow has gone right way from SEO and advertising and emails and the progress through the new client engine. Now we think this is a big change, and it's going to really sharpen up the effectiveness and the outcomes and the money produced by all of our campaigns. So that's it for today. I think I've covered the first half, the key things that you should be looking at, both parts of Google, emails, social media advertising, and then the second part, which is our new client engine, which is to bring in more of those people that visit your website and turn them into clients. Any more questions, Sarah?
No more questions.
No more questions. Great. Well, it's lovely to see you all. Well, I can't see you, but you can see me. Lovely to talk to you all on a Monday morning. If you've got any questions, I like to talk to Salon. So by all means, whether you're a client or a potential client, drop us an email, ask for a free Google rank report, and watch your inbox for the follow-up notes from this today. Lovely to see you all, and I hope to see you all again soon. Bye. Bye, Sarah.
Bye. Thank you.